Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a question that has puzzled humanity for centuries. Does time truly exist? I mean, you've probably seen a clock ticking away or felt that rush as the deadline looms closer. But what if I told you that the concept of time might be an illusion? Let's unravel this intriguing notion together. Okay, before we dive into the philosophical rabbit hole, let's define what we mean by time. Traditionally, we think of time as a way to measure change or sequence events. We have seconds, minutes, hours, and beyond. But is that all there is to it? To tackle this, let's first look at how different cultures and scientific theories view time. Did you know that ancient civilizations had vastly different perceptions of time? The Aztecs, for example, viewed time as cyclical rather than linear. This means they believed events were recurring rather than following a straight line from past to future, which is more aligned with how Western culture perceives time. Just think about that for a moment. What if our whole understanding of time is just cultural programming? Let's shift gears for a moment and dive into the scientific perspective. For centuries, Newton's laws dominated our understanding of time as an absolute entity, something that ticks away uniformly and exists independently of everything else. However, Albert Einstein turned this idea on its head. His theory of relativity introduced the concept of space-time, suggesting that time is intertwined with space and is affected by gravity and speed. So, the faster you move, the slower time passes for you. Mind-blowing, right? But here's where it gets really fascinating. Some physicists, like Julian Barbour, propose that time doesn't exist at all in the way we think. He argues that time is just a series of snapshots, moments frozen in the fabric of reality, with change being the only real constant. Picture this. If we took all the moments in the universe and mapped them out, there wouldn't actually be any flow of time, just a collection of nows. What does that mean for our past and future? Now, let's zoom into our lives. As we rush from one task to the next, are we experiencing time, or are we just moving through these fixed moments? Think back to a happy memory, maybe a concert or a beautiful sunset. In those joyful moments, didn't time seem to stand still? And during tough times, didn't it feel like the clock was dragging? This brings us to the idea that while we measure time with clocks, our experience of it is deeply subjective. Some philosophers suggest that perhaps it's this very perception, the emotional context of our experiences, that creates our sense of time. So maybe time exists, but just not in the way we typically define it. So, as we ponder whether time truly exists, it's worth embracing the beautiful chaos of our fleeting moments. After all, the only time we have is the present. So tell me, how do you perceive time? Is it a constant companion in your life, or does it sometimes feel like an illusion? If you've enjoyed this mind-bending exploration, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more thought-provoking content, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's keep this conversation going because whether time exists or not, we're all in this now together. See you in the next video.